Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/Surviving Infidelity, where OP got frustratingly defensive. Let's begin. My girlfriend won't stop talking to other men behind my back and deleting the conversations. She said it isn't cheating. Posted by Reddit user Go Hard.
First, let me say that my girlfriend has never physically cheated on me. Talking isn't cheating, she says. She tells me that often, like some sort of justification or to somehow make me feel better about what she's done. My girlfriend and I got together 2.5 years ago. Within a month, I caught her snapping and trying to meet up with her ex, a guy who was in the process of breaking up with her when I met her. Over the past 2 years, I've lost count of how many times I caught her talking to other guys behind my back. Guys who had some romantic interest or who were trying to hook up with her. By talking, I mean taking our problems to them for support, not putting down boundaries with them when they became inappropriate, not letting them know she had a boyfriend. Some of them knew we were together and didn't care, some didn't. If they didn't, she didn't tell them. She kept them just interested enough to message her constantly. Basically, she backburners them just in case things didn't work out with us. We went to a bar one night. She added the bartender, who neither of us knew, on Facebook while we were there and started talking to him. She deleted the conversations as she had them. This continued for a few weeks until I found out. She says she cut it off when he asked her to come see him, meaning come have sex with him. I don't know how much is true and what really was said, just what she says happened. The worst part of being lied to is wondering what else they're lying about. She's put up pictures of us on her Facebook together, gushing over how much she loves me, at the same time blocking several guys she was talking to from seeing it. She's offered her phone number to some guy she's never met who was very clear about what he wanted from her. But I never gave it to him. I just wanted him to stop messaging me, she said. A married male friend of her told her he'd do her if he had a free pass. Instead of saying "you're married" or "that's not cool," she hearted his comment and told him how good that made her feel. There are so many more, I can't remember them all right now. It goes like this: I get suspicious. I figure out how to catch her, by getting into her phone or some other way. My suspicions are always correct. I confront her, after initially lying to me and gaslighting me for hours or days and making me feel stupid. I show her hard evidence. She comes clean, deletes and blocks them. Then comes the crying and begging me not to break it off with her. She swears never again, and then she's good for a while before slipping back into old behaviors. The cycle then repeats. She's sworn never again so many times I've lost count. The thing is, she doesn't want any of these guys, not really. What she craves is the attention, and she'll let it go on as long as she can while they give her that. She has no intention of leaving me for them, and never has. That's never been my concern, and I'm confident in that. We both know the bond we share is special, and she absolutely loves me. I love her and her children. We're intellectually, physically, and politically compatible, and we laugh at the same shit. Our sex is top-notch for both of us. There really is a lot there to save. But it's like she can't stop, even knowing what it's about to cost her. I broke up with her last October and moved out in December. Since then we've reconnected, and I'm considering signing a new lease and moving back in with her. We're planning to go to counseling and trying to find the tools to deal with this. She's been leaving her phone unlocked around me, which is always clean. Too clean, in fact. I'm starting to get those old suspicions again. But I can't tell if it's my gut being right or my lack of trust and paranoia feeding the suspicions. I don't know what to do. I love her, she loves me, and that should be enough, right? But she's hurt me over this and my trust is zero. But the end of her lease is coming up. I have to make a decision soon, and frankly I'm not ready. I want it to work. We both want it to work, but I don't know how to get us past this.
You have got to be dumber than a koala if you sincerely believe she hasn't fucked one of those affair partners. Why do you keep tolerating such disrespect?
Why are you still here?
Gentlemen, I want you to listen to this comment exchange between OP and Reddit user OKFinance. There are many more examples of this, so I urge you to visit the post before this donut deletes it forever.
Hey bud, I read about 8 comments all telling you to dump her and run. After reading your responses to those comments, I've come to the opposite conclusion. You must marry this girl. Your answers all indicate that only by marrying her, being cheated on, questioning the paternity of your children, going through a messy divorce, and paying alimony will you realize this girl is a communist military parade of red flags. Please update us after the divorce. Every bit of advice in this entire thread is dump her and run. Not a single person is trying to see this from my perspective or trying to convince me with logic. Well, maybe a couple of guys. Obviously, I'm having a hard time just bailing on her or I wouldn't have put up this thread. I'm not looking for an echo chamber, I'm looking for something deeper. It may very well be that you're all right and that would be for the best, but I want you to convince me, not give me short answers stating the obvious.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
It's really frustrating when you see someone asking for advice but then replies with resistance to the advice given to them. Look man, no one is trying to see it through your perspective because your perspective is so goddamn stupid that I can feel my brain cells dying just by reading it. We're not gonna try and convince you to do anything, you damn donut. You asked for our thoughts and advice. We gave it to you, and instead of getting a grip and processing it, you keep being a dickhead to the people trying to help you. So take the advice, shove it up your ass, and go back to her like the spineless, pathetic simp that you are. Good luck. And now for today's second story. Serial cheater? I need help. Posted by Reddit user Willing Market.
I have been dating someone for 2 years. She lived with her ex-girlfriend of 7 years when we met. They were on a lease together for another year. She swore to me it was strictly bills. Her ex has always had an issue with me. Well, 10 months later, lo and behold, I found out they were sleeping together still, and saying things like I miss you, sending voice messages and going out, etc. I also want to add in that she's mentioned she's screwed people over in her past relationships. After calling it quits, we separated but both went through hell. She ended up in a mental facility and called me from the hospital one day and told me she wasn't okay. The lease already ended at this point and things got bad with her ex. To make the story short, I was there for her again and we slowly started dating once she came back to reality after all this. It got real messy and hard to gain so much trust, but we got through it. Fast forward to now, almost a year to the date. We spend our entire weekend together after work ends on Friday. She wanted to take me out to dinner and breakfast the next morning once we woke up. After breakfast, we needed to pick up my car from the dealership, but she was just gonna follow me back to my house. Well, I noticed a song was playing when I wasn't connected, and it was her phone. So I disconnected it and played my music. For whatever reason, her phone connected again and she was on a phone call. After the call ended, she played back a voice message she sent to someone saying, "Ugh, I just got done hearing our song on the radio for the second time and I lost it." Mind you, I was driving in front of her. It was her ex. Surprise. I had to find this out from someone else because she could never tell me the truth. She's just sorry I had to hear it and swears it was a one-time thing and never talks to them. The message went nowhere, so there's nothing to see. Basically now she is trying to beg for me back, says she can't lose me and think of life without me. She has the audacity to tell me to give her another chance to prove herself. It tears me apart completely. She still expects to come over, go to the gym together, and do all the things we used to do. I apologize in advance for how long this is. Sucks being blindsided again. Any advice on how steps to heal from this all? Thanks for listening.
Well, OP, you chose the donut move and gave her a second chance.
Like a little bitch.
Look man, she only wants you back because she wants another chance to prove to herself that she can make a fool of you for a third time. Her and the ex probably laugh at how easily she can manipulate you with her sob story. If she truly loved you that much, OP, she wouldn't have run the risk of losing you by cheating in the first place. You should just cut your losses and move on. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.